Muy buenos dias, good morning. How are you all doing today? Good, okay. It's easily visible that I'm super excited to be here with you all. It gives me great pride and joy to be able to set the stage for our nation's First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, who is first an educator. She embodies the heart of teachers. As you all know, she continues to teach English and writing to students at the community college. Dr. Biden teaches her students with a whole lot of heart and passion, along with a sincere conviction that education has the power to transform our lives. She is humble, she is brilliant, she is fierce. Allow me the space to tell you two quick stories that illustrate what she means to me. Some of you may know that in May of 2021, Dr. Biden surprised me at my school with the most magnificent bouquet of flowers to recognize me as the 2021 National Teacher of the Year. This moment meant so much to me because when someone puts flowers in your arms, you know they see you. As the kids today say, to get your flowers means to acknowledge someone in the present for what they mean to you. So today, I'm here to give Dr. Biden her flowers for what she means to our nation's teachers and students. The act of Dr. Biden showing up for one teacher symbolized what education and teachers mean to this country. But see, Dr. Biden didn't stop there. She recognized and thanked educators, but her work and contributions to education go so much deeper. That following October, in fact, a year ago yesterday, all the state teachers of the year from 2021 were invited to the White House for a ceremony. I was to give a speech on the White House lawn. A remarkable privilege for a first-generation immigrant like me. But the truth is, I was continuously working through a very real and very frightening public speaking anxiety. Made my job a little hard. As I gave my speech on the White House lawn, I froze. In front of my colleagues, the Secretary of Education, the First Lady, national media, I froze and my anxiety kicked in. But before I knew it, Dr. Biden had left her post on the stage and wrapped her arms around me and whispered, "It's gonna be okay." Hearing her words snapped me back into my purpose, and I turned to the audience and I said, "Dr. Biden just said it's gonna be okay, so it's gonna be okay." From that moment on, I could now turn to teachers and tell them it's gonna be okay, because I knew people like Dr. Biden were working so hard to make things better for us all. After the ceremony, I turned to Dr. Biden to thank her for saving me. She stopped and gave me a certain look only teachers can give. And she said, "I didn't save you. You don't need to be saved. I hope you keep telling your story. The world needs to hear your story." Something in me clicked and shifted. At that moment, after that moment, I knew I would be ready to give speeches to any size. Still full of nerves, but confident that my story matters. Dr. Biden, thank you for seeing me. Thank you for seeing our nation's educators. Thank you for all you do to elevate education. Now, it's my honor to give you your flowers, symbolically. They were given to her in the backstage. But it's my honor to present to you our schools and communities family. Thank you.
Thank you, Juliana. You can see why she is Teacher of the Year, can't you? You know, I always feel so inspired when she talks about the profession that we love so much, and that's all we were talking about backstage. She's such an incredible teacher, and she makes me so proud to be an educator. I first learned about this great organization back in 2019 when I met with Elaine Wynn, and I was so moved by her passion and her dedication to community schools. And there is no better advocate than Elaine. And so it's an honor to be with all of you today. Last week, I sat next to a mom named Koa at a homework diner. Have you ever heard of that? No? Well, they make the actual auditorium into a diner where they serve food and everything, because I thought I was actually going to a diner, but I was going to the school auditorium. Anyway, it was hosted by a community school in Milwaukee. And as we got to know each other, she shared how difficult her path had been. Her mother died when she was a young girl, and she was a single mom of 4 kids. Now, she relied on her dad for support, but then he passed away from COVID last year. And like so many working parents, she just does her best. And she tries to take it one day at a time. But when Koa brings her family to the homework diner, she doesn't have to worry about making dinner that night or cleaning up. Instead, she laughs with her head back when her kids tell her their stories. And she's able to check in with their teachers because the teachers sit there right with you having dinner. And so, she can ask questions about the math that is so different from, heck, let's face it, when we all grew up, right? And, homework gets done right there at the dinner. So it's like such a great idea to have the parents and the teachers together and the kids and great food. And when they leave there, that, Koa knows that though she's a single mom, she's not in this alone. Because schools have always been the heart of our communities, where students learn to be good citizens and where families can come together for a common cause, where towns find pride. And there is no better place to support families because you all know this, kids can't learn when their stomachs are empty. They can't master reading when they need glasses or concentrate when maybe there's a little bit of trouble at home. Students perform their best and are happiest when their parents and their educators work together, when their families get the support they need as soon as they need it. Communities in Schools was founded on that idea. And for decades, you've brought resources to students tailored to the unique needs of every community in an environment that children and families already trust, their schools. And after the disruptions of the pandemic, your work has become even more important. Whether it's organizing a school food pantry, or setting up after-school tutoring, or working with the community to bring in doctors and counselors and health specialists, you're giving families the support they need to thrive. And our administration is here to help with your efforts. We safely reopened schools and are addressing the academic and mental health needs of our students. We're providing funding to hire more mental health professionals and create wraparound support. And I'm sure that you've all seen this. I mean, I know I'm seeing it in my classroom this past year, how much students need help with mental health. And with partners like CIS, the Biden-Harris administration launched the National Partnership for Student Success to help increase the number of tutors and mentors in our schools. I mean, I truly believe in mentoring and the power of those connections with our kids. I do it at my school, at Nova. This work just doesn't help families. It's crucial for supporting educators as well. When we lighten the burden on teachers, they can do what they do best: teach, counsel, create, and inspire. In fact, educators tell us when CIS services are in their schools, they are better able to improve student achievement and get more satisfaction from the work that they do. Thank you. See, I knew Joe would do such good things as president. Honestly. To some people, schools may seem common, the fluorescent lights, the felt walls, the same simple classroom, again and again. We know how an idea can light up a pair of young eyes. That teaching is an art where black and white words can open a rainbow bridge to uncharted worlds. That our classrooms are a place where students find pieces of themselves, hidden and waiting to be discovered, transforming them into something new. That every day, because of this work, a student somewhere is standing a little taller, working a little harder, being a little braver, because their school helped them find the kindness, confidence, and courage that they need. That is what it's all about. The connections we build, the communities we create. So thank you for your work and your dedication. Thank you for lifting up our students and their families. I cannot wait to see the magic that you all make. Thank you. Thank you.